that was the end of that one.
Can
Sorry,
we do
guys.
one more?
One more, guys. One more. All right. This is one that we might not be qualified to answer.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you know what? I don't give you the choice between two.
Okay. Just give me the titles.
The titles. Question for women in their 40s. Do you
Okay.
still get panties soaked wet? All right, here's the second one. I'm 29-year-old female offering a hall pass to my fiance for his upcoming beach trip without me.
Yep, second one. Let's go.
All right, fine. I figured the first one would be more hilarious, but maybe not. All right, here we go. Context: hetero couple together for 5+ years. We're planning a wedding. We're both about 30 years old. We have talked about and fantasized about non-monogamy situations. We talk about the idea of threesomes, swinging, and having sex with other people, not in a group setting. We have never tried any of this before. My fiance is going with his guy friend for a quick spring break trip. I really want him to have fun. I can't go because of my work schedule. I thought it would be hot if he hooked up with someone there. I started talking about it and eventually encouraged him to take advantage of a hall pass. Excuse me. He's excited about the idea, but nervous to actually do it, as he fears that it could cause instability in our relationship. I feel confident that our relationship is strong. My boundaries are wear a condom and don't get her pregnant. My other requirement is that I want to hear all about what happened. I want all the details. I feel like this is a reasonable way to begin exploring the areas of non monogamy. To add, I did not expect that he gave me a hall pass in return. I have
Okay.
no other men in my life, and I have no one lined up for any kind of encounter with.
Mm-hmm.
Can anyone share their hall pass stories or give me recommendations? This is all very new to me, but I find it really sexy. Man, I wish my. Never mind. Okay, let's see. Let's start.
I feel like asking for all the details for me is a lot. I don't like a bunch of questions that don't feel natural.
But what if you are told up front, like, I want all the details, so when you come back, you just tell her all the details. You don't have to be asked.
Just as long as it's not held to like it has to say every single thing right there. Because what if I forget something? Then I bring up another time like, oh, you didn't say that last time. Yeah, because I forgot. Like I don't want that kind of pressure or that kind of attack just because I forgot something, forgot to mention something. So that's why
Okay.
all the details is like scary to me to have to
And she had it
remember.
in all caps,
Exactly.
all the details.
Just
Yeah,
because you want to get off on it doesn't mean that I have a perfect memory.
true. I've
Right?
always felt awkward about. Go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead.
I've always felt awkward about girls saying that
Mm-hmm.
because I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. If I was in a non-monogamy situation, I don't want to know any of the details. I just want to know that you followed the boundary rules. That's it.
hmm
You know. So in this case, if we wear a condom, don't get pregnant,
Yeah.
don't catch an STD. That would be my extra one. But I wouldn't want to know. You come home, you had a good time? Yes. Okay, that's it. That's all I would want to know,
Yeah.
you know? On the other hand, because I don't want to know, if somebody tell me I have to tell all details, I'm gonna feel weird doing that because I know I don't want to know, so I'm gonna feel awkward
Yeah.
telling you all details.
hmm
Because I'm gonna feel, even though it's probably not true, that you actually don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because I'm projecting, right?
hmm
So that's kind of like my concern. And I also kind of feel him. He nervous that he's gonna put a rift in the relationship. Because I feel like people think that they want something or that they're okay with it.
Yep.
But then later on, they're like, I'm actually not okay with this.
I was like, well, let me just say first of all, I'm so happy that the lady here is taking this stance on it. But there's also downsides to everything. So let's say they do something because she wants all the details. And then it's like, you don't do that with me. And then it's like, well, I tried to, but like, you didn't try enough. And I was like, a problem though, that you
Yeah.
caused for yourself because you wanted him to go and do things. What if this person wants something that you don't want, but now you feel that he likes it? Now he wants it more now. So how you gonna give it to
Yeah.
him? more hall passes? Or are you gonna step up to the plate?
Yeah. I think that she's a cuckold. Like she's a woman who probably enjoys the idea of seeing him with someone else,
Hmm.
or maybe just the idea of him being with someone else.
Hmm.
Uh, and maybe so. Let me just say this, right? On his end, maybe he's excited about the idea, but he's worried.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I feel like if I was in his shoes, I would feel the exact same. And it also kind of puts pressure on you now because now it's like now you're kind of expected to get to use the hall pass. And
Hmm.
maybe you just want to have fun and you're not trying to like really think about seducing another woman. You just was going to go hang with your friend. But now you have this additional pressure of no, I have to go find a girl to hook up with as well.
Yeah.
And that might ruin the
Oh,
trip.
you mean like he has to do something now?
Yeah. Like he might feel like he has to do it now, even though he probably wasn't thinking to do it at all in the first place.
What if he doesn't do anything and she feels like he's lying about not doing anything?
That too.
It's so much, but I don't think it'll be like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like on her end, what did she say? What did she ask?
She wanted
Okay.
advice.
She wants to know if anybody give her recommendations um about how to go about it. I think I guess to reassure her fiance, she should just say that that's her fantasy. I don't know if she expressed that to him or not.
Hmm.
Like that's one of her fantasies to just know that he hooked up with somebody else. If it's a turn on for you, then it won't feel as worrisome like it's going to cause a rift in the relationship.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because if I enjoyed seeing my wife with somebody else, which I don't, then and it was a turn on for me, then I would feel bad if she felt like she couldn't trust that I would actually be turned on by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the other hand, from the other perspective, if Diane, my wife, was to say like, "Fian, go good" or whatever,
Yeah.
I think that I wouldn't do it still because I would be scared, like just like him.
Mm,
So I don't know. It's kind of like I could see both sides.
definitely. I feel like, well, I would do it.
I know you would do it. I probably would do it too, but I would just be so like in my head about it the whole time.
Yeah, you have a
I would do
paranoid
it.
side.
Yeah, exactly. I would do it to see how she gonna react to decide if I would ever do it again, kind of
Mm,
thing. Like I wouldn't enjoy my first couple times doing it because that would be my testing to see how she gonna react. And then if she reacts positively every time, then I would start getting into it.
yeah.
But that's always a danger when you have sex with somebody is kind of like testing the waters to see if they actually truly like what you're doing. Because sometimes people say that they want something to
Hmm.
make you happy,
Yep,
not
yep.
necessarily because they actually like it.
And they do things to make you happy as well.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Would you ever give your wife a hall pass?
definitely.
I already know the answer to these questions.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
asking because I
This is for
can't pretend like I don't
this
know.
is for the content. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I trust her, she could do if she needs a hall pass, she could get a hall pass. That's fine with me.
yeah. And you know something that's good about I kind of think that our podcast could be a sex talk podcast because both of us are on different ends of the spectrum, or like not really fully, but like we have different views around certain things.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you're way more adventurous than I am, and probably I would say more open minded.
Hmm.
And I'm more of the standard, not quite vanilla, but like I adhere to most of the norms.
I feel like you're open-minded, you just not open-minded in terms of the actions itself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. I don't mean
Hmm.
like I gonna judge people for being
Yeah.
different from me. I more mean like I just wouldn't do it myself, kind of.
Yeah. Hmm.
I kind of wish the world itself was more open minded in terms of the not judging part.
Me too, because now another thing just came to me about this guy. What if he is trying to stick to his morals or how he grew up, or how his parents gonna see him? You know, if he gets seen out with somebody else while he has a fiance, the whole world look at him differently now. They're not gonna think about he has
Ooh,
a hall pass, he could do what he want. They'll be like, "What are you doing?"
yeah,
You know?
yeah. And what about his friend? Does his friend know about the situation?
Hmm.
Like, is he going to tell his friend, like, I actually have a hall pass? Or is their friend going to just be like judging him secretly because he don't actually know what's going on?
Exactly. You have to think about so much. That's why people that have some people that have open relationships or different non-traditional relationships have to be so seclusive and hidden because of like, well, you're open to this, but your parents may not be. You have to like not make them embarrassed or feel bad or come on you or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking about that, sometimes parents be like, I want you to talk to me about anything. And
Hmm.
then you tell them, well, mom, I am into this, this, and this. And they're like judging you or like telling you like they're disappointed and that kind of stuff. It's like, but you just told me I could tell you anything. And now you're making me feel bad for telling you what I
Mm-hmm.
just told you.
It's crazy.
I feel like that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Not to me, but to other people I know.
You could tell me anything.
Yeah. Well, I hope one day that when I have children, they can actually tell me anything. I feel like I'm so laid back how I am now. Like even like my little sister, she tells me a lot of stuff, and she feels safe telling me stuff because she knows I won't judge her or like try and get her to stop doing it unless I actually think it's harmful.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm hoping that translates to my kids as well.
I feel like most people that talk to me a lot, they actually say, I can only tell you this because I know you won't judge me because I'm so open in my thinking.
Yeah.
And like I hear a bunch of wild, crazy things, and it's like, you wouldn't tell your mom this, would you? Nope.
No.
There's literally nobody they could turn to in their life besides me to tell these things to because it's so out of the way.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, guys, that's the end of the podcast, unless we're doing one more.
Nah, that's about it. I have to go check on my ribs in the oven.
Ooh, my boy. So I'll just say this to the audience. My boy here is a chef. No, he's not really a chef, but he does a lot of cooking. And we're gonna let him go take care of his ribs.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like if you want his ribs to turn out good, comment if you want to taste the ribs, and subscribe if you want me to get some ribs because I really want some.
Well, hopefully they like you more than they like me.
Why? Why would they like me more than they like you?
We get more subscriptions.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna steal this from somebody else. I heard it. They said, "Go ahead and subscribe. It costs you nothing, and you can always unsubscribe later,
Nice, that's true. All right, man. We'll see you
or
guys in 2 weeks.
change your mind later."
Change your mind later. They can
I'll
always take
figure
it
it
back. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We
out.
need. We don't have an ending. We have a beginning, which is good because the fun should never end. Ooh,
Ooh,
ah.
ooh! I feel like one in my taint.
All right, we're gonna call it a day.